Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today I want to talk a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated. This is ticker symbol SOFI, and this has been a stock that we've been following for the past couple of weeks here on this channel because it is a very, very interesting one. It's an exciting stock with a ton of future growth potential, a ton of awesome stories being told around it. It seems like they have great leadership. You know, they have a lot of exciting catalysts in the future, but also the stock price is just very, very volatile. So it's also very, very entertaining to follow every single day. I mean, if you look at what SoFi has done year to date, I mean, there is so many big moves up and down. You know, if you're somebody that likes actively trading stocks and swing trading and day trading, you know, whatever, SoFi seems like it would be a very interesting option because there's always these highs and lows, and it's always going up and down. Right now, you know, obviously we are much closer to the 52-week lows and the 52-week highs, but a lot of people are still excited about this company. It's had a lot of great news already come out in 2022, you know, bank charter and growth projections, numbers, and all that stuff. But you know, we're getting closer and closer to like earnings reports and all that stuff. So we have got a lot to talk about in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. With that being said, let's get right into this one. So today, another rough day for SoFi, but after hours, you know, we're kind of rebounding a little bit. I don't think that's any specific SoFi news that's making us rebound after hours. I think this is mostly related to Amazon actually having a good earnings report. People being excited about Amazon. It's a massive, massive company. Obviously, it moves the entire market. And if Amazon's doing well, you know, people might feel a little bit better about the market overall. And in the near term, things could, you know, turn around a little bit. So I think we saw after hours, you know, some good news came out, not specifically for SoFi, but for the market as a whole. And then everything kind of, you know, goes with it. So that's kind of what's going on there. But still, another 5% drop today is very, very rough. Now, in the past year, we are down 53.83%. You know, a year ago today, we were at $25. And look at how crazy this graph is, though. You know, SoFi is always going up and down. It's from 25 down to 14, up to 24, down to 13, you know, up to 23, down to like 10 now. So, I mean, there has been plenty of opportunities in the past for this company, you know, about buying the dips, selling the tops, you know, buying those when it goes down, selling those run-ups, all that kind of stuff. But still, you know, if you're buying and holding, yes, you are still down. I mean, you know, there's clearly no point in the last year where you could have bought SoFi stock and been up on it at this point. And some people are down significantly, you know, depending on where you bought from it. Obviously, you could be down up to, you know, 54%. That's not even including, you know, options or leverage or margin or whatever that people are getting into. So, something to keep in mind. Obviously, a lot of SoFi investors are feeling down right now, but there is a lot of exciting stuff going on. And one of the things I want to talk about in this video today is this. A post that was on the SoFi stock subreddit talking about, remember, finalized bank license increases 2022 EBITDA by 40%. And this is, this guy says from the slide deck with the heading, I keep coughing, the heading, illustrative impact of bank charter. And then the slide, accelerating revenue growth. Here we have this slide. Hopefully you guys can see it on the screen. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit cut off on the left side here. But for the most part, you can see here this year, 2022, the adjusted EBITDA. You know, you're looking at the base case adjusted EBITDA forecast of $254 million. And then you see the blue color here, which says potential adjusted EBITDA impact from bank charter. Again, adding an additional $193 million. That is huge. And like that poster said, yes, that is 40% increase just in this year. You know, they announced the bank charter. Now, I don't know if this was saying, hey, if we get the bank charter done in 2021, we'll be able to get it done, you know, because I don't know how long it's actually going to take to implement a lot of these things and to start getting, you know, the improved interest rates and improved, you know, measures of being able to make more money at a cheaper cost and all this stuff. So I don't know if these would still be their exact projections. And I really can't wait to hear what SoFi and Anthony Noto have to say on their most recent earnings call. But yeah, you know, it seems like hopefully there should be some good news. Again, this stock is beaten down and beaten down and beaten down and beaten down. You know, there is a lot of kind of bad news and bad stuff priced in, but I really think, you know, it seems like we're kind of getting to the point where, hey, this next earnings report is going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about. They're going to be able to talk about the full impact and the full, you know, future guidance and projections now that we know this bank charter is implemented. And again, if they come out and give some kind of guidance like this, where they're expecting, you know, 40% increase in adjusted EBITDA, That would be great. That would be amazing. I don't know how, the stock wouldn't do well on that day. Obviously, it depends on the market as a whole and how stocks are going and everything like that. But this is very, very exciting. And then obviously into the future, you can see this is around, 234 and then 264, then 299. It becomes less and less of a percentage of the total revenue. The biggest percentage gain is going to be in this first year in 2022 when they get this bank charter going for the first time. But still, going forward in the future, that's just so many extra hundreds of millions of dollars, into their adjusted EBITDA, which is very, very exciting. And then they also talk a little bit about, the key benefits of the bank charter, durability, lower cost of capital, increased NIM from holding loans longer, and enabling increased growth in lending. So many good things coming out of this bank charter news. Yes, this was a couple of weeks ago at this point. It's not anything new, but hey, people are just getting reminders out there because it can be tough. When you look at the stock right now and you're down, again, 26% year to date, you're down 30% in the past 6 months. You're down 23% in the past month. Yes, we're having a decent week here, but hey, being up 2% after being down 55%, that's not really cutting it for a lot of people. I know there's a lot of fear, a lot of despair, a lot of, just people wondering what the heck they should do in the market right now. And I'm not really trying to tell you that. Obviously, I'm not giving you any financial advice, not telling you to buy, sell, nothing like that at all. Just kind of going over the topics, giving my thoughts and opinions on some of the news and stuff. And again, I'm thinking that, hey, the SoFi earnings report is going to be very, very exciting. I'm definitely going to be tuning in to see what's going on, what they have to say, because I think it could be a lot of good news potentially. Then some other posts on the SoFi stock subreddit, some people asking about Galileo for SoFi Bank. This guy says, from what I understand, Golden Pacific Bank will be a separate entity and it is currently using First Branch software to run their banking website. Will they use Galileo for SoFi Bank? And here this guy says, I believe Noto mentioned using the bank as a beta for new software, which implied Galileo. And I think that's kind of cool that, hey, they will have a place to kind of, trial run some new software, some new tech, some things they want to try out. And obviously getting Galileo implemented there is going to be a very, very big thing as well. So thought that was kind of cool. We also have SoFi 1% on checking accounts. How will it work? And again, I think this is so awesome. I think this SoFi 1% on checking accounts is so massive. I really think it's being underplayed and undervalued and under talked about, because I think this is something that could, single-handedly get people to switch to SoFi potentially. They're going to be an industry leader in terms of, APY for, especially for checkings accounts. There's a lot of I don't even know if there's any savings accounts given 1% right now, let alone, checking accounts being able to give 1%. That is very, very cool. People are saying, obviously, yes, they're going to lend out the money they currently borrow money to lend. They pay 3% interest to borrow, and now they will pay 1% for deposits, lowering his cost of capital and increasing the interest revenue. So kind of good. Some people are kind of curious about how it's going to work. And then people are also asking about, is the 1% on the balance as the last day of the month, or is it just the average daily balance? And as people have said, from the FAQ, obviously interest on your SoFi money balances accrued daily and compounded monthly, pretty standard, just like all other banks do. And then this as well, updated terms and competitive margin. Here we get an update about margins for SoFi. The margin interest rate for debit balances in margin accounts is currently 3% as of February 3rd, 2022 until May 31st of 2022. On June 1st, the margin interest rate will increase to 5%. The margin interest rate is subject to further changes at any time and at SoFi's sole discretion. The interest charge is calculated on the daily debit balance and the sum is charged monthly to the account. So there you have it. Come June of 2022, the margin interest rate, I know a lot of people were kind of speculating what that number was going to be. It's going to be 5%. I know that is better than some services. That is worse than some others. I know people are saying, hey, I wish we could compete with Robinhood. That's like, 2.5% or something like that. But hey, 5% overall, not bad. It'll be interesting to see, especially as the Fed, continues to hike rates or says they're gonna hike rates or whatever, how margin rates are going to change for all these different companies and everything like that, and how much they're pricing in or how much is it going to go up, is it going to go down, who knows? But it seems like, this is where we're going to be starting, and hey, the fact that margin's getting rolled out and it'll be another way for SoFi to acquire customers, get people to use another service, and for them to start making some cash, is pretty exciting, at least to me. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.